welcome to our channel and thanks for watching this video. Before I told you and show you many tools already, and as you notice, restoration is a really time-consuming thing. It's a lot of procedures, a lot of steps you have to do. Like for instance, as you see this step, before it was just like old parts, you have to take them off, take each screw, clean everything, put a new hardware, then assemble it, glue the hammerheads, and as you see, it's a lot of steps. Each step you do with a certain tool, and general screwdriver, it's a lot of handwork here anyway. But on the certain steps you need a tool that really does a good job. And today I want to show you how we cut excess of the shank that is left over when we glue the hammerheads. Of course, on the market they got different type of cutters, and you can cut them with these cutters or something like that, and they have several different types. But any cutters, of course, make a damage on the shank. They just squeeze it and it become cracks. That's why it's not a good idea to use it. And I design, actually I use already existing tool, it's air saw. It's just been different saw I use it. I cut it especially. And as you see, this table, it's a support with, of course, a rubber here and stopper. How it works, you just place this tool to this molding and slide it. Of course, it's not going further because it's a stopper, and it works probably the best way. Let's show you how it does. We just contact it with the air hose like this, and you know how it works. You just open air and it works like this. Now let me show you how we cut it actually. Of course, you have to hold it firm, and in a matter of 5-6 minutes, all this excess cut. I think it's a very good tool, and it definitely helps you in your work. After we cut excess of the shanks on our hammerheads, now this is very important and very skilled work is to shape the tails of the hammerheads. As you see here, it's already all the excess of the shanks, they just been cut off. Now we have to shape the tails of the hammerheads. As you see, they angle here, but the Backchecks, they stay in this direction. That's why we have to make them flat here and round them in this direction. And that's we have to do all together. In this case, we clamp them between two rails. On one of the rail, we see it's a felt that is hold the shanks in a position. Of course, we use simple clamps. Of course, if you do a lot of this work, you might do the special clamp here. But since we got a different models, different pianos, that's why it's better to use this. It's separate. You can clamp them individually between every section. You can just tie them. On the Stanway, you use like 5 clamps here. As you see, we put them here and on the end too. And we can tie them. It's nothing happened because we got a soft felt on the bottom. And one more we put here. And like that. And one more on this side. And now all of them tied. It means when we get this sanding disc rotating with a high speed, we can just cut it easily In order for us to be comfortable, we lift all this together. And now you see all of them here. You can see it's a lot of light. And like I told you, this is very skilled work. It means you have to use nice tool. It's like that. It's a disc sand. And it's rotate with a high speed. Once we touch it very slightly, you will see how it's make the surface. You do it slowly, just like step by step. You're moving all the way, like on this one. Just take your time slowly and you move it towards the end and just try to make this the curve. Not much curve, just smooth curves, because later on when they just fall on the back checks, it has to be really smooth without just like feedback to your fingers. That's a very important job. And that's the way to do it. Of course, it's a lot of dust produced. That's why you have to use the air. And in our case, we got two huge fans that blow the air from this side to this side. I turn the fan on, and then we proceed. As you see, I did it slowly, like in old time when we polish the lenses. It sometimes take weeks and months to make it right shape. Similar here, you do it by making a lot of motion. And even after this air grinder, I use just sandpaper with a block. Let's make them smooth. Just slightly the angle to like the corner of the tail. You can cut it, make it smooth. Yeah, you take your time, make it nice, and as you see, I'm not gonna put any grooves. You notice it on some piano, some technician does it for better connection to the back checks. Unfortunately, if you put the grooves here, your back check's gonna be ruined in a matter of several months. That's why we are making them smooth, and later on we try to contact with the back check by using some technique of regulating proper action. That's the first step. Then when I finish with the rest areas, I'm just gonna cut, make the tape the tails of this one. Same with this tool, just a little bit in a different position. Yeah, one more thing I want to mention, that when you tape the tails of the hammerheads like that, it helps you contact with the back checks, because it goes right like a nail, goes to the fibers and make the contact much better. Yeah, that's this stack ready for just like installation on the keys and go the next procedures. Still a lot of work in the front. That's a small portion. We show you how to use the tool, and of course it needs some skills to do it, but we're just confident that you can do it. Thanks for watching. All the best.